Okay, in this session we're looking at half-court offence. Now I run 4 different play sets against man-to-man. We'll only be working on the man-to-man play sets today, and Tim will be running some breakdown drills off those play sets. Now I'm one of the few coaches that runs play sets. Most coaches run a lot of freelance. Now my freelance offence is number 5. That's where the players just come down and have total freedom as to what and where they're going to go. Okay, yeah, five is just pure freelance. I would have to really trust players before I'd let them play 5-man freelance.
Yeah.
Ili samsa, right? Samsa are pressure sets. We use them against chair up pressure. Okay, one is a designated point guard offense. So we pick out a certain player and they become the point guard. Usually a 1 or a 3 or a 2.
그 이분이 지금 쓰실 때 그 저 코트 다이어그램 안에 숫자를 쓰실 거거든요. 그 숫자는 그 선수 등급을 나타내는 거예요. 그래서 그 보통 예를 들어서 포인트 가드라고 하면은 몇 등급을 이 패턴에서 몇 등급을 올 거고 이 패턴에서는 뭐 5번이면 아니면 4번이면 4 클래스 4 선수를 여기다 넣을 것이다라고 하는 저 다이어그램, 그러니까 저 코트 모양으로 그려져 있는 데다가 숫자를 쓰는 것은 그 선수 등급을 얘기하는 겁니다. 등급을 얘기하는 거고요.
Okay, so that explains. But I'm just using the numbers today. I'm using a 1, 2, 3, and 2 4s. Yeah. Okay, with the 1 set we have a designated point guard, so I'll make it a 3-pointer. And this is the offense pretty much every team in the world uses. They just have a single point guard and then they balance 2 players left and right. Now this has thousands of options. Thousands of options. All the offenses are starting points and then the players use their smarts after that. All right. The 1 and the 5 are more freelance. So even though we have a designated point guard, the other 4 players are pretty much free to do whatever they want to do. So in 1 and 5, it's just freelance, but we've got a rule that this player must cover. So that player must cover defensively all the time.
Okay.
The last thing we want is all players underneath the foul line, and then the opposition gets a rebound, and then they just take off and get easy transition against us.
Everyone.
Defensively, so that means a player that's out the top, that's our last line of defence, they have to be there. Okay. Yeah, we'll come back to the 1 and we'll do a lot of work on the 1. What I'll show everyone at the moment is the 2, 3 and 4. Now, on offence, I want to create court space. Okay, this play set's the 2. Now, I like this play set because in a man-to-man situation, you determine where their players play. Okay, now the reason I call it 2 is I line 2 players up either side of the elbow. So that's the extended foul line. And I usually I can stagger the screens or I can have them side by side. Makes no difference either way. Yeah. Our high pointer brings the ball down to the point. Right, depending on where the defence picks them up, they'll either pass the ball early or a little bit later. So this player will fire a pass off to 4. These 2 players now are looking to screen the high point player, looking for the mismatch. So the high point player now is going to fire over the top, looking to go hard to the basket and hopefully catching a 1-point player trying to guard our 4. Now let's just say the high pointer doesn't get to the basket. He's got the ball. We've got our 4 that's sort of lobbed out on the wing there, 1. And now we've got our 2 as our point guard. And then we just go into a pick and roll set. These 2 guys play a 2-man game. Now, the exact position on the court I can't say this is exactly where they're going to be. It's just we have a starting point. We run our initial play trying to get the high pointers free, and then we go into freelance offense. Yeah, it's all about your players using their brains to create options. We want multiple options every time we come down the floor. Just having one player working to get a shot is never going to score you many baskets. So we want to create as many options as we can. I want this player to be able to say there, or there with the pass.
예. 그 아까 그 제일 탑에 2번 서 있었잖아요. 결국 2번이 그 수비를 해줄 그 패스를 해줄 텐데.
Now let's just say the high pointer doesn't get to the basket. He's got the ball. We've got our 4 that's sort of lobbed out on the wing there, 1, and now we've got our 2 as our point guard.
그 왜 1번 대신에 2번을 세웠냐면은 2번은 그 클래스 2 정도 되면 기본적으로 슛을 할 수가 있기 때문에 슛을 어느 정도 할 줄 알아야 안에 있는 수비가 어느 정도 거리를 둬서 따라 나오거든요. 따라 나올 수 있기 때문에 따라 나오게 되면은 실제로 지금 4번 자리보다 3번 자리에 좀 더 그런 기회가 더 잘 날 수가 있거든요. 예, 그래서 다시 한번 그래서 지금 그 코트의 밸런스가 중요하다는 게 뭐냐면 한 명의 로우 포인터, 한 명의 그 하이 포인터를 그 한 조로 해서 2 조를 나누는 거예요. 그래서 그걸 코트에다가 한 팀은 이쪽, 한 팀은 이쪽 풀어놓고서 이쪽 팀에서 만드는 거, 이쪽 팀에서 만드는 거에서 나올 수 있는 옵션을 갖다가 거기다 찔러준다는 얘기죠.
Okay. No disrespect, but if we can get, if I'm being guarded by a high point player, okay, and I can get into a shooting position, and I have a low point player guarding me, it's very difficult for this player to stop me getting the shot. So I have a good look at a good shot. All right. That's a mismatch. That's a good mismatch.
So players have to just be patient and just keep working screens and working for mismatch all the time.
Try and create the mismatch.
Yeah, try and create the mismatch. That's their whole offensive philosophy. The other mismatch is just a player who's quick with superior chair skills to the player that's trying to guard them. They will pretty much get around them all day.
그리고 그 지금 이번 패턴에서 중요한 것 중에 한 가지가요. 이미 자리를 잡고 있는 그 두 명의 공격수는요, 상당히 그 타이트하게 붙어 있어야 돼요. 이 안에 공간이 있어가지고 안에 그 수비수들이 밀고 나오거나 할 수 있기 때문에 공격수들끼리 일단 타이트하게 붙어 있습니다.
2 options. Pass. Screen. Go, work off.
예, 지금 보신 것처럼 들어왔을 때 패스를 가서 두 명이 더블 스크린을 쳐주면은 뒤쪽으로 돌아가지고 공격할 때 두 군데잖아요. 그러니까 이쪽으로 패스할 수 있고 이쪽으로 패스할 수 있다는 얘기고요. 이번에 들어오죠. 이쪽으로 한번 패스를 줘보세요.
Passes. Right, screen. Work. Hand off. Yeah, hand off. Go hard. And then you can curl. Yeah, wherever.
지금 말씀드린 것처럼 보세요. 지금 두 분이 여기가 그 로우가 두 분 계시잖아요. 그럼 뭐냐면은 이분이 같이 주시면은 이분은 그 하이포인트가 들어오면 하이포인트를 막으려고 하는 그 하이포인트 디펜스가 있죠. 근데 그게 있는데 지금 저쪽으로 그 공을 딱 주면은 두 명이 스크린하게 되니까 그 뒤에 있는 로우 포인트가 두 명이겠고 가서 공을 주고서 핸드볼 받으면 이쪽에는 분명히 로우 포인트 디펜스가 있다는 얘기죠. 네. 그래서 그걸 갖고 들어가고 지금 하신 것처럼 뭐 리바운드 같이 들어가시거나 예, 아니면 그 이쪽에 다시 스크린 해주시거나 라는 옵션이 생길 수가 있겠죠. 못하시면 성공 못하실 수도 있잖아요. 그러면 하이포인터들이 갖고 있는 여기 하이포인트 수비했을 거라는 얘기죠. 그럼 여기 그 스크린 하시고 계신 분을 곧바로 이쪽으로 줘서 내주시고 여기 계신 분이 이 픽한 걸 따라서 같이 쫓아가실 수 있다는 얘기죠.
Your player comes off you to try and jam up the action over here. And so, on setting the screen, you're a very good foul shooter. You just curl around, pass the ball back, shoot the foul shot. Hey, rebound, cover. All right, purple. sealed both players. Okay, this is why we need to expand our vision. He's coming around the outside. Over the top. Okay, now you're making a pass to him with two defenders on it. Two defenders. It's okay. Oh, he's in! Give it to him! Swing it, pass it, pass it, pass it. Hey, come. Cross screen. Rebound. All right, this is called the three. This is against pressure. So chairs are up, they're cheering up, they're behind on the scoreboard. They need to get after us to get the ball.
Right, number 3, right?
That's not, okay, pretty much number 4 will make a pass to the other high pointer. Then they will screen for the 3. Now we want our 3 to come around and get into a really good passing position just around this area here. So they're looking to get into that area here. So there's a screen, and then this number 4 will fire the pass back. Now if the 3 can get open and then just dribble it straight to the basket, great option. But this position is really good for us. 2 4s, either side of the 3. He has the ball now, or they have the ball in the middle. And now this is the beauty of the play. The back screen, looking for the mismatch.
네. 보면서 이렇게 쓰는 게 이게 일반적인 스크린이거든요. 근데 백스크린은 뭐냐면은 보통 백스크린은 제가 가는 게 아니고 저는 가만히 있는 거예요. 가만히 있는데 저 사람이 우리 편이에요. 우리 편인데 저 스피커가. 그런데 쟤를 이용하고 싶어요. 그럼 쟤를 가만히 냅둔 상태에서 얘는 가만히 있고 내가 이 선수 쪽으로 가버리는 거예요. 그럼 나한테 프레스가 붙잖아요. 아니면 맨투맨이잖아요. 그러면 얘는 나를 보고 있기 때문에 나는 저 뒤에 있잖아요. 그럼 내가 같이 가면은 얘는 수비하는 이러고 있다 모르고 있다가 하고 그냥 걸리게 되거든요. 그러니까 와서 적극적으로 해주는 스크린이 아니고 가만히 있는데 그걸 이용하는 스크린을 백스크린이라고 합니다.
Now, but let's say we can't get the ball to them. That happens too.
네, 그리고 가끔마다 이제 아예 공을 못 받는 경우도 있거든요.
This player gets bailed up here, and this player may be edge of the key here. So the 1 and the 2 could curl in for a shot. So they could curl in for a shot, and this is where I talk to players about shooting where they're going to get their shots in their offense. So that if you know you're a low pointer, you can start practicing a lot of shots in this area where you know you're going to get a lot of shots from offensive sets. You can drive left or right again off the player there, and then they can look to shoot that shot. It's all about having the players continue to create options. Yeah, well, if we don't get a mismatch, let's at least create a shooting option, a scoring option. So don't just sit there with the defensive player chair to chair. Either take them right out of the play and go to cover, or start setting some screens. Go! Go to the middle. That's it. Hard to the basket. Okay, again, another simple setup. This one's called 4 because I have 4 players forming a box around the middle play. Okay, so on this offense, we're looking to get the ball to the 4 at the foul line. Now, if he hasn't got a good angle for the pass, let's say the defense is on this side, then he fires the pass across there and then he throws it in. Now, as we practiced from the elbow on the Cincinnati, where we took the ball on the elbow and then we turned and faced. That's what we want this player to do. We want them to turn and face the basket. Okay, now 1 and 2 are coming in to form a little wall with 4. So there's almost a triple screen there with the player with the ball. So we have 4 here, 1, 2, balls with the 4. Now the 3 and 4 are going to make a hard curl cut around the outside. But the defense doesn't want this player to go over there. So the defense gets in the way. They jam it up. Before, you've got to here, and they won't let you go that way. What do you do?
As a defense or as
and as an offensive player, what do you do? So you want these players to come and screen? Yeah. That's an option. Yeah. Or he just curls. Yeah. He just curls and uses that side. Doesn't really matter. Now, number 2's defense anticipates that curl cut's coming and they play on the high side of this player. What can number 2 do? See, some players think they're married. Little wedding ring, married to the play. Oh, I must go over here and I must stay here.
Be a robot.
Yeah, so they get married to the play and then big gap, cut into the gap, get a layup.
They forget it.
Yeah, they forget to play basketball. Now we're running play sets, but your players must play basketball. So train your players to think basketball, not just robots. Screen. Right, teach them to play basketball, not become.
던지신 분이 먼저 들어오시고 반대쪽으로 스코트 하시고 파스 들어오시고
Here we go. Let's go. Good job. Turn and face.
높이 올라가시죠. 빨리 올라가세요. 그렇죠? 예, 그럼요. 네, 지금까지 하셨다는데 다시 한번 말씀드리지만 이 연습을 하는 중요한 가지는 공간을 만들고 기회를 만들고 그 높은 슛 확률이 있는 거를 찾는 거거든요. 그러니까